Mike, I know every game's different, but in this game, did you put more blame on the coaching or the players in this game?
Dude, Emmett and I stood in that tunnel before every game. And to tell you this, we looked at each other and we said, we called ourselves double trouble by land or by air. And the day before we hit the field, if we don't show up, we got no shots. Period. That's the whole reason we did that. Because we knew if we didn't show up, we got no shot. Our stars didn't show up. We had no shot. Whenever you got disorder, dysfunction, we can't have our stars putting up role player numbers like 31 yards rushing, one catch for 21 yards, 69 passer rating, and then have our role players putting up numbers like Schultz and Wilson. That's a disorder. Trying to make our role player stars, our stars role player, that's a disorder, and the team dysfunction, and our ass is home.
Mike, Troy was talking about, your guy beating beating the man on the other side. We're worried too much about scheming guys open. Is it on the receivers? Is it on the coaching to get the receivers the ball?
Now. That's the NFL now, guys. I've been talking about that for a while when you see it. And that's why as we start rating guys, like we want to rate wide receivers, oh, he's better than him, he's better than him. And we do it on numbers when it's system beating system now. It's not man beating man. That's why you're going to get these so-called boy geniuses. They try to figure out a way to beat a system, and then I can get less players and come back and beat better players because I'm beating a system. The days of man beating man, we'll never have them again. We'll never have those again. And sometimes it takes away from when it's just time to get down, dirty, and gritty. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I've always claimed. Troy's right. We're expecting now the coaches to come in and design a way to make a man get open, and then instead of expecting the man to use his talents and gift and get somewhere and get open.
Playmaker Michael Irvin on Shan and RJ here on 105.3 The Fan. What did you think of the final play and the way all that went down?
I had no problem with what was called. It's just the execution of what was called. I totally understand. You can get you one good play from the 30. That's much better than a Hail Mary or a throw from the 40-yard line. But I was fearing. When Mike McCarthy came on, he said, yeah, most people tell you 32 Hail Mary plays from the 40 or 50. You'd rather take that one play, throw into the end zone from the 30 or 25. He's right. All that is true. But you got to also calculate in the risk of trying to get there. And that's the issue. So I call that convincing or confusing people, which that was confusing people. Yeah, you're right. It's a better option. But what will it cost you to try to get that better option must be put into the equation, and it cost us the game.
Michael, please help us with penalties. We cannot get an answer. Is it on the coaches? Is it on the players? Is it on
the coaches, man? It's on the coaches.
All right, how did Jimmy coach penalties?
With fear. That's what he did. With fear. You got enough of them, your butt is gone. That's what you do. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Hey, man, you get enough of this, we're going to make a change. You do this enough, we're going to make a change. Fear is what has to drive it. And I know it's harder now with contracts because everybody, my contract, what it is, you gave me this much guarantee. But most of the guys that earn that kind of money, those are not the guys that you really got to worry about just making blatant mistakes. And sometimes it's the guys that don't earn that kind of money. So the fear factor must be implemented. We got to be scared to make it. You don't see Bill Belichick now making those kinds of penalties because they know Bill Belichick ain't with that. Either Bill going to get you out of here and Jimmy would get you out of Dallas and go so far as to try to make sure he affected where you were going. Don't you put penalties on my team. That's just the reality of it, man. 14 penalties, man, in a game like that. I was so happy. I love Randy Gregory, man. Well, I understand the frustration, but what the hell are you doing grabbing that dude and throwing him down right there? That was a crucial penalty, and that's what. Even that though, I understand we're going to have penalties, and I understand aggressive penalties. I want to come back. Oh man, I want to come back and block this dude, and I catch him on the blind side, and they call that unnecessary roughness. That's okay. I ain't worried about that. That's aggressive. I was trying to send a message. I know you never, but Randy Gregory tackling somebody, that's just ignorance. That's stupidity. That's undisciplined, and that's losing. And it's the timing of them.
Yes.
It's not just that it's 14 penalties. It's when did you make those 14 penalties at crucial moments that cost the game. And I'm mad at CD for catching one pass, but he had another 30-yarder in there that got called back. He had a couple plays that got called back.
Yep.
But still, man, it was just. And then I got to sit on that damn show with Stephen A. and he's talking about all our fans. He said, I was saying, this ain't part of the show, people. I would not sit in a meeting and make this part of the show. He's hijacked this show. He had hijacked this show and made it up. It was so, y'all listen, y'all saw our fans, man. You do understand why people hate us so much. They can't understand the love we have for our Cowboys. So to them, that was comedy at its best. That was, oh my God.
But Mike, Stephen A., I heard him, blamed you. He said, you are part of the problem.
Oh.
The overhype. We booked, you caused Choppy and I to lose money booking hotel rooms in L.A. You told us to get the transport. We even got a driver to kind of be like you. And he said, you are part of the, we got suits, we got a handkerchief or whatever it is. And you are part of the problem with the overhyping every year.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. You can sit there and sublease that hotel room and sell them tickets and make great money.
You can.
I gave you a great business deal right there. You can make so those tickets are going up, going out. So I'm just saying. And what I saw, and at that moment I saw that they had a running game. It was all, like I had said before, it had started commingling. You saw the running game. You saw the passing game. They were looking great. And the defense was coming and turning the ball over. Now, getting to that point and sustaining that point are two different things, and we did not. We got there, but we didn't sustain it.
What happened to Dak in the second half of the season, and where is your elite confidence in him as the guy to carry this franchise? What happened to Dak Prescott in the offense?
Boy, that's the question there. Because if I answer it, I worry about who else knows, and I'm pretty sure people in the NFL have seen it. And we talked about it when we talked about people junking things up on Dak and everything. And our offense, most people around our league nationally says that our offense is antiquated. Because they want somebody to be designing more schemes to get people open, as opposed to what we were just talking about, allowing your man to beat somebody with timing. So now I put a lot of what happened with Dak on Kellen Moore. You see them junking it up in here. You see, okay, we're holding the ball too long, allowing people to. So let's come up with some easy things. Let's catch them off guard. They're trying to junk it up. Let's do something to make it easy. Come up with something. I don't know what it is because I'm not in those coaching rooms every day. But that's on you. Don't tell me that we're going to go the whole season and keep saying, oh, Dak figured this out, Dak figured that out. No, you help him figure it out by giving him some easy things that he can go to when he sees this kind of situation. And unsure. It's one thing if you got a team that junks it up, everybody coming in line of scrimmage, but you got a real good understanding of where they're dropping back out and how they're dropping out. But if I don't have a great understanding of how you're dropping out of the junking it up, then I got to come with some easy things to beat to junking it up till you get out of it, and then Dak can get back to doing what he does. That's on Kellen Moore.